I basically sleep in between my mom and dad. God, it's so weird to say that out loud. So it's a queen size bed, and then there's a single mattress right next to it.
You don't sleep in the same bed as your mom. You sleep on a
No, I do.
mattress, but you said you sleep on a mattress by the bed.
That's my dad.
So you, I'm gonna get this floor plan right.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey. I just got back from work.
What do you do for work?
I basically fix. So you know how every school kid has a Chromebook? I fix those.
Oh, that's nice. Are kids? Do you ever see like kids like going on Pornhub and shit?
I mean, of course. I've never seen it myself because I work. Sorry, I'm just a bit nervous. So I work like in the back office where we just get like a bunch of broken shit, and I'll see on the notes it'll say that the kid was on a movie site or the kid was watching porn.
That's crazy. Do they get in? Do you like have you ever like seen like you check the history of the Chromebook and it's a bunch of porn? Like, do you ever rat the kid out?
Of course, it's kind of tempting, but I don't really, because I don't want to know what the kid is watching, you know? It's kind of weird.
That is weird. I agree with that. It's better to, that's the kind of thing that you want to just remove from your brain entirely and not deal with.
Yeah.
Ahmad, am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ahmad.
I mean,
you said, here's what you texted me. You said,
yep.
My name is Ahmad. I'm 20 years old. I want to talk about how I immigrated to America 10 years ago from Pakistan. And you also added this. You said, I also still sleep with my mom. Parentheses. You added this parentheses. You said, parentheses, not in a weird way. What's up, Ahmad?
Exactly.
Tell me more.
So do you want to know about the immigration part or the mom part?
Are they related in any way, shape, or form?
I mean, I guess a little bit, because you know how in South Asian cultures, families are like really close together.
Sure, yeah.
So, but that's not really the reason, I guess. The reason is, so basically, my mom has schizophrenia. So she'll have like involuntary movements and whatnot. So I do still sleep with her on the same bed, if you can imagine.
Oh, so you sleep with her in the same bed to help her out with her involuntary movements?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like crazy. She's basically a normal person, but like sometimes, well, I don't know. Schizophrenia is really like unpredictable. So sometimes she'll randomly have like moments, but overall she is just a regular person.
Do you sleep with her in the same bed, like to help her out in case if she needs help?
Yeah. So I mean, sometimes he will just like, I guess, randomly start like swinging her hands and whatever, and I don't know. So that's why.
How often do you need to help her?
I mean, as I said, she's mostly a normal person, to be honest. That'll happen like once a month or something. Or if something like triggers her specifically.
Do you sleep in the bed with her every night?
Every night.
I'm curious, what's up with your dad? Is he not around to help out?
Well, my dad sleeps, so it's a queen size bed, and then there's like a regular, like a single mattress right next to it. So I basically sleep in between my mom and dad. Oh my God. It's so weird to say that out loud now because I've never said this ever.
So wait, let me get this straight. It's a queen size bed. So there's a mattress by the bed and you sleep on that. So you don't sleep in the same bed as your mom. You sleep on a mattress.
I do.
But you said you sleep on a mattress by the bed.
That's my dad. So I sleep in between my mom and my dad.
Okay, so there's a mattress on the floor next to the bed where your dad sleeps, and then
well, it's not on the floor.
Where is it?
Well, so we don't even have like a bed. It's just like a frame. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's a metal frame. So we just put the mattress on that. So we're all on the same height.
I'm gonna get this floor plan right. You have basically, you push two beds together is what I'm hearing.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. You have a queen sized bed, and a queen size mattress. There's two beds. A mattress on a bed frame is a bed. So you have two beds pushed together, and on one bed your dad sleeps, and then in the middle you sleep in the middle of your mom and your dad.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I'm curious. So first of all, actually, I have a lot of questions about this.
Go ahead.
Why do you sleep in the middle of your parents instead of? If your dad's there, I understand that you're doing what you do. I understand that you're sleeping with your mom to help her out, which I think is very noble of you to do. But why are you? Can your dad not help?
Okay, so my dad, he basically works like a very early morning job, so he wakes up like at 4 a.m. So, and my mom obviously doesn't, so that's why.
Okay. Does your mom need help so much that you need to sleep in the bed with her? Like, are you not able to like be in like the room? It's
not
over?
Even, to be honest, it's not even that. Like, I don't know. Ever since I've been a kid, as I said, in South Asian families, I always slept with my parents, and then when I grew up gradually, I guess, I don't know why, but I mean, I have siblings that have their own rooms, but I don't have a room, so I just kind of sleep with my mom. That's all.
Now, your siblings, they have the same room? They each have their own room in the same house as you and your parents?
Yeah. So we have a 3-bed apartment. I have 2 older brothers. They're like in their 20s as well, but they're like late 20s. I literally just turned 20 like a month ago. And I'm still, I don't have my own room yet. I guess we just have 3 rooms only in this apartment. So my older siblings got their own room, and I'm sharing the room with my mom and my dad.
Do you at least, like... Okay, let me ask you this. So it sounds as though it would be okay. It would be okay if you were not sleeping in the same bed as your mom in terms of your need to help her, but it's just what you've always done. So I'm just trying to understand the situation. But it sounds like it sounds like it is not necessary to help your mom to sleep in the bed with her, but you do it because it's what you've always done.
I guess so. Most, like 90% of the time, yeah. But there are, as I said, some days where her schizophrenia will like spike. I guess some like specific things trigger her, so then I will have to sleep with her.
Okay.
But mostly, you are right.
So let's get into this. Okay, now that I understand the situation, how do you personally feel about the situation?
So, I mean, I honestly don't even think about it negatively because it's not, as I said, it's not really in a weird way. Because, as I said, my mom has schizophrenia, so I have a very, I guess, special relationship with her, and I love her to death, basically. So I guess this is one of the ways that I can show my appreciation for her, that every night I'm there for her, in case something triggers her.
Okay. And you're 20, right?
Yeah. Okay.
No,
okay.
it's a no. I'm not. I don't say that with. I don't say. I swear to God, I don't say that with judgment. I just want to understand.
No, I do. I don't blame you. It is kind of weird from the outside.
No. I'm not. I'm making no judgments about it. But I want to understand. Do you go to school? Do you work?
Yeah, as I told you before, I'm doing an internship actually at the local public school where I fix kids' Chromebooks and I go to college full time.
Oh, right. You told me all that, and we talked about porn.
Dude, yeah, I'm a normal guy outside of this.
I'm not, Ahmed. I'm not saying that you're a weird guy. I'm not saying you're. Okay, so clearly,
Of course not.
So clearly, and again, I'm not saying anything about. I'm not saying, oh, this is weird, this is fucked up, whatever. But clearly, you seem to be self-conscious that it is.
Yeah, of course. As I told you, this is literally the first time ever this has ever come out of my mouth. It's always only been thoughts. Okay.
Do you have like friends?
Of course, dude. I have, I don't know, I have college friends, I have work friends, high school friends that I still talk to.
And you've kind of kept this a secret from all of them.
Yep.
Why are you keeping
I don't know,
it a secret from them?
Well, we just never, it never comes up, the topic of like where we live and whatever. I don't know.
That's true. I guess my sleeping arrangements also don't really come up in conversation that much with my friends.
Yeah, there you go. And even if they did, to be honest, I wouldn't share that.
Okay, so tell me why you feel compelled, or what made you want to come on here and talk about it.
So, I mean, recently, so at this college I'm at, they offer free counseling, which is pretty amazing. And I've recently started it. So in my culture, counseling isn't even really like believed in, or therapy, whatever you want to call it. So I recently started that, just out on a whim, because I saw it was free and it was on campus. And after that, I've been thinking about my life, like, as myself individually. And I realized, just upon reflection, how weird this is. And I was like, I'm not going to let this be, unknown. I'm going to put it out there, because it just feels freeing to say it out loud, I guess.
So that's an interesting thing that you're touching on. Like, culturally, where you come from and what you understand is very, like, communal, family-oriented, and it's kind of been that way your whole life, and now you're examining your life as an individual, and, how you feel about things, what you want. Is that accurate?
Yeah, exactly.
So in examining yourself as an individual, what have you observed? What have you come up with?
So my life is just really interesting, man. I don't know. It's really weird because I was like 10 when I immigrated to the U.S. and now I'm 20. So I immigrated here, like, I guess at a really critical point, So I don't even understand, like, half my life is kind of, as I said, just cultural, and then half is like, I don't know, man. It's complicated, but I'm talking to a real therapist about that.
Tell me about immigrating here.
Well, so I was 10. So that's the funny part is, I was never really taught English, like, formally in Pakistan, but I used to play, like, Counter-Strike online, and I literally just learned English from the video game, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So when I came here, I was able to talk to people, man, just by using my computer and stuff in English. And I've
talked to a lot of people who they've learned English from playing online video games. So, all of them know how to tell you in perfect English that they fucked your mom.
Exactly. That is where it starts.
I interrupted you. Keep going.
Well, yeah. So I was in 4th grade when I came here. I think they placed me a grade down, even though my age was like 10. But whatever. So I came here in 4th grade. Went through all the high school, middle school, whatever. It was weird. I didn't really have. There's not really a lot of other Pakistani people where I live. So it was kind of weird. I just felt like I was just trying to fit in and whatever. But now that I'm in college, there are other Pakistani people that I am relating with, and just blending in with regular American people as well. So it's been a journey, but overall, I will say I'm so grateful for it, man, because as everybody knows, Pakistan is not really, the best place to live.
Are you friends now with a lot of other people from Pakistan?
Well, I mean, in America, yeah. It's funny because sometimes, because when I was in 4th grade in Pakistan, I had like a Facebook and shit. So I'll like look at my Facebook and see what my old 4th grade Pakistani friends are doing now.
Interesting. Okay, so how does life in America for you and like for your American friends compare to what you see on Facebook from your Pakistani friends?
Oh, dude. So the one big thing is in Pakistan, dude. So in Muslim countries, like women and men are like kind of separated. So in Pakistan, dude, you can hug a guy, you go shoulder to shoulder down the street with them. In America, I've noticed that like guys aren't like that close. I don't know. That's one thing.
Wait. Okay. So in Pakistan, are you not like are you allowed to like hold hands with your wife?
Oh my
and
God,
walk
dude!
down the
You will
street?
straight up. Yeah, they do. It's not that you're allowed. They do.
Wait, is it not allowed?
It sounds weird because they are allowed. Kids hold hands. Guys hold hands while they walk down the street. Guys have hands around each other's necks while they walk down the street. That's like culture. It's weird because Muslim countries, they like hate gay stuff and whatever, but it's I don't get it.
Huh. Wait, so what I'm hearing is that the Muslim countries hate gay stuff, but they love a good bromance.
Exactly. That is exactly what I'm talking about.
That's
one thing, dude, that I've really noticed the lack of in America. It's hard to get, like bros.
Very, very interesting to hear that. So people in Pakistan are a lot more touchy-feely and openly.
Yes,
like,
dude. Like when I was in 4th grade, dude, I would have my friend group. We would be all touchy. Okay, I don't want to say anymore.
That's so funny. So wait, so you're allowed. So it's cool to walk down the street in Pakistan holding hands with another man as long as you guys aren't fucking.
If you were to, as an American, of course that's gonna sound weird, but I'm telling you that is okay.
So I don't know. Do you think that like well, we kind of touched on this a little bit when we were talking about like maybe the reasoning why you're sleeping in your mom's bed of like the culturally there's a stronger emphasis on community and family and togetherness maybe than there is here in the United States, and so that's why there's less bromance here.
Dude, exactly. You hit the nail on the head.
That's fascinating. Okay, well, anything else that you've noticed from observing your buddies on Facebook?
Specifically, my buddies on Facebook. I've noticed that. Let's see. I mean, it is. I mean, they're all graduated and stuff, and I've noticed that, like in Pakistan, dude, getting a job and stuff, it's like impossible unless you have connections and stuff. I've noticed that even though they're all graduated now, like they're the same age as me, of course, so they've graduated high school and they're in college and stuff. So now while I'm in America and I can find internships and whatnot, dude, in Pakistan, it's a hellhole, dude. It's kind of impossible to make it just through hard work there. And I mean, I love my country to death, man, but it's not fair.
So it is true that there's like greater opportunity for you in America than in Pakistan.
Yeah, dude, 100%. Like, even though, of course, America has its own troubles, like, but I've noticed that it is still better than Pakistan, exponentially.
Hmm. So your homies that are all like your age now, what are they doing?
Dude, they take, I guess they're trying to be a photographer, they're in that phase. You know how people have that phase where they want to be a rapper or whatever? In
Yeah.
Pakistan, it's really common to have the phase where they want to be a photographer, dude. They'll wear sunglasses, go out in the street, take
Is that a
pictures.
specific? Is that specific to Pakistan?
Well, I don't think it's specific to Pakistan. It's specific to the friends that I knew, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What's your version of that? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'll be honest. I don't even have like a big you know how people always say they want to be a millionaire or whatever. To be honest, I just want to live a regular life, dude. Like, sometimes I'll think about it, and my ideal life is kind of graduating from college or working in IT in like a local public school or something where it's like a government job, so there's not really like pressure, and just getting a house and wife and kids, dude. That's it. That's all I want.
So going back to your discovery of your individual or exploration of your individuality, do you desire to leave your mom's bed?
In this current situation, I would say no, dude. Like, I love my mom, and it's just, and I just want to, like, because of her condition and whatever, I don't even know, like, what the average lifespan is for somebody of that kind. I just want to show her all the love I can, and just that is one form of my love because of her schizophrenia. I can't really, show her my love, I guess, through my words and whatever.
What about your dad? Does he snore?
Well, I'm actually a pretty deep sleeper, I guess. Dude, my mom snores like crazy. I don't know about my dad. I don't think he does, because I'm a crazy deep sleeper. Like, I don't really notice stuff too much. But I do know when sometimes when my mom is taking a nap, she's a crazy snorer.
What's your relationship like with your dad?
Well, he's kind of like a regular Middle Eastern dad, straight A's at school. He expects that, and just a typical Asian dad. He always, goes home to work, as I said, super early, comes home late, only has like a couple hours at home, and in that hours, we're just talking about school and shit. It's nothing really deep, to be honest.
Are you out there trying to date? It sounds like family is important to you. It sounds like you want a wife and kids one day. Are you out there dating?
I mean, that's something I've recently started thinking about. I guess after thinking about myself as an individual, but in Pakistan, that's not an aspect of the culture. It's arranged marriage. Like, you're not even allowed to date in Pakistani culture. You just, I guess, when you're like 25 or something, you get arranged marriage, and that's it.
Well, now you're in the land of the free, baby. Time to make a Tinder account. There are actually, I genuinely, and I don't know. I only know one side of this, but sometimes you'll be. I guarantee that if you start a Tinder account, after about a day, you'll be like, I should have went with the arranged marriage.
Yeah, dude, the dating scene. I mean, I've just been looking at stuff on the internet, and yeah, it sounds pretty bad. Really hard to get in the dating scene.
I mean, is the plan for there to, like, is your plan for there to be some kind of arranged marriage, or?
Well, I mean, for me, okay, so my brothers, they are in like the marriage kind of age right now, and my parents, I mean, my mom is kind of, but my dad is trying to get them to an arranged marriage. For me though, I haven't decided yet, and I don't know. I'll see after talking to my therapist and, you know, kind of fusing my American and Pakistani self. We'll see what I feel like.
Can you explain a little bit of how the arranged marriage process works?
So in Pakistan, dude, I'll be honest, like cousin marriages and stuff, they're still pretty common. Now, my family's pretty liberal Pakistani, I guess you can say, so they're not really into that. So basically, every family has that one auntie that you go to who has like all the connections with all the people, you know. Like, hey, I'm trying to get my daughter married. If you know somebody, let me know. Hey, I'm trying to get my son married. So everybody goes to that one person, and they're like a arranged marriage, I don't know, hero, whatever you want to say. And they kind of hook you up.
What's your personal view on arranged marriage? Because I don't know, I'm thinking about it, and again, this is a total outsider opinion, but like after after paying for Tinder Premium, you're kind of like, part of you does think like, you know, as like, you know, with all the infinite cons that could come with arranged marriage, there is the big pro of like, well, that's a giant quest in life that I don't have to think about anymore. You know, it's a giant challenge to navigate your romantic sexual life, and so maybe there is something appealing about having someone just fucking up and decide it for you. So I want to hear your kind of personal opinion on it.
Well, I mean, as I stand, dude, I'm kind of the same way as you. Like, if I'm just kind of living my life like with me, and that's it. I'm not really looking out for anything. But if it's like during college, if something comes up and, you know, the relationship, the dating scene gets serious, you know, I might hop into it. But if not, you know, I always have that backup, you know, the peaceful mind, you know, the arranged marriage. I mean, then I do have the arranged marriage option.
So you're telling me that you're one just really bad date away from being like, fuck it. Like, that's always in your back pocket. Well, I mean, it's always in your back pocket. Like, you'll give dating a try, but if it doesn't work out, you'll go to your auntie.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, but as I said, I'm not really going out for dating. It's like, I'm just me, and if somebody comes up in my life where I'm like, okay, this could get romantic, then I'll go into it. It's not like I'm seeking dating in my current state.
Sure. Did you have a girlfriend in high school or a crush or anything like that?
That's one of the like things that I've always thought about and thinking like, should I have? But I've never. The only thing is that in like middle school, a girl asked me out and I just kind of rejected her kindly. I was like, oh no, you're cute, but I just don't want to date. And that was pretty much it. In high school, nothing really came up.
What about career wise? What do you hope for?
So I mean, I started off like working at the local grocery store or whatever during high school, and now I'm in college, so I got an internship in IT, as you said. I mean, as I said before, and after graduating, dude, as I said, I just want to kind of get like a government job or something of that sort where I can just like do a tenure there for like 20, 30 years.
Do you think you'll ever go back to Pakistan? Like, I assume not to live, but just to say what's up.
Of course, I've been there a couple of times. I was just there like 2 years ago. Dude, my family is still, it's not like, so my family, like just my immediate family, my brothers and mom, we moved here as a whole. But like my rest of the family is still in Pakistan, dude. We go there like every couple of years.
Would you I have this dream of like doing my little Gecko interviews. In addition to the phone call stuff, I do like on the street interviews and stuff. And I have this dream of doing it around the world.
I watch all your stuff. Come on.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so how would you, do you think I should go to Pakistan to do it? How do you think that would go over?
I think you should. If you go though, I would recommend. I mean, Pakistan is a pretty good English-speaking country, but I would recommend you go to like a college campus or something. There you'll find like a bunch of young people because Pakistan is weird, dude. Like some parts are super conservative and they're still into like cousin marriages and all that stuff, and then some parts are like super liberated. So I would go to a college campus. You'll be safe, dude, and you'll have a bunch of like a wide spectrum of people with you, and they'll all speak English probably because you're on a college campus.
What's the other major language spoken there?
It's Urdu. So it's basically like Pakistan and India were one like 100 years ago or whatever, and now so Urdu is basically the same language as Hindi, but in Pakistan it's Urdu.
Okay, if I ever go there, I might hit you up. I actually got a DM. I don't know how many people in Pakistan listen to this show, but I got a DM once from somebody saying, "Hey, I live in Pakistan. Let me know if you ever want to come, and I'll show you around." And I wasn't in a position to just like, I was like in the middle of touring or whatever, so I wasn't in a position to just like say fuck it and go. But I'm getting into a point where I can kind of do stuff like that, and so I might say fuck it and go. Who knows? Dude,
you gotta go. It's like screw all the Gecko and whatever, dude. It's just an amazing country to visit.
Oh, of course,
like,
of course.
The food is bomb. It's a little spicy though, so.
Okay, you might see a being a gecko in Pakistan video. I'll do like usually if I take a trip like that, I'll do half Lyle, half Gecko time. But enough about me and my stupid life. I want to know this before we go. What is your so you have these two older brothers. Do they think and feel similarly to you on the stuff that we've been talking about?
I'll be honest, bro, like they're kind of busy like in their own life. They have their own full-time job. I don't really have like deep conversations with any of my immediate family, like I'll be honest. So I'm not even, they just have full-time jobs. They come home and sleep.
Do you wish that you did have deeper conversations with them?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. It is just kind of weird because like with cleaning, like we're all in one house and everybody's a grown adult, and because everybody's been like babied into being a grown adult, like they don't even like clean up after their own messes and whatever. So it's just a wild world.
Who's cleaning up around the house?
Dude, it's me, because my mom has schizophrenia, so she can't. My dad has a full-time job. My brothers have a full-time job, and
So you're, but you have a fucking full-time job.
No, I have a part-time job, and I'm a student. And being a student in this culture is basically looked at as doing nothing.
So
I'm the youngest in the house, so I'm just kind of automatically expected to.
Bro, so you're 20. You're working a part-time job. You're a student. You're taking care of your mom, and you're cleaning up after everyone in the house.
Basically, dude.
Goddamn, man. Well,
hey, as I said though, it's miles better than anything I would have lived in Pakistan. So
deep respect, Ahmad.
Thank you, dude.
If you didn't have all these crazy responsibilities, like what would you, like if you were to take some time for yourself, what would that even look like? What would you do?
Dude, I don't even have like that many, I guess, hobbies or shit. Like I just play video games on my PC, and as I said, my goal in life is to just kind of be steady. Like I don't even want to do anything. Like I just want to, get a 9-to-5 job. When I come home from work, play video games, and then go to sleep.
Are you happy with life right now?
Right now, dude, I'm super happy. It's such a privilege, dude, to go to college and to have an internship, dude. Oh man, it's amazing. It's a privilege to drive a car, dude. Like in Pakistan, cars don't even, nobody can afford one.
Mm-hmm. It's a good perspective you're walking around with, man. It really is. Well, you know what, man? Look, I know you feel look, I'm gonna tell you this, Ahmad, before we go. I know you feel some sense of, I don't know if it's embarrassment or whatever about sleeping in your mom's bed, but
Right.
but look, that aside, you're taking care of four fucking people, and you're the youngest of them. You're working your ass off, cleaning porn off of all these MacBooks, Chromebooks, whatever. You're studying. You're doing so much, man. So and you're happy, and you're doing it all. You're doing it all. Also, not walking around every day being like, oh, my life sucks. It's so fucking hard. I have to do all this stuff. You're like grateful to do it all. I mean, you're a walking W, man. So I hope you don't feel too, I don't know if ashamed is the word, but whatever. I hope you feel good about yourself and good about life, because you're really doing it in an honest and noble way, and I have a lot of respect for that. And I appreciate you coming on here and sharing this stuff, because I know it was hard to do, and that you haven't done it with anyone before. So thanks, man, and it was really good talking to you.
Dude, it was really good talking to you too, and dude, I love your stuff. I watch you every day on my car ride to college. I mean, not watch, but listen. So it's been a pleasure being on here, man.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Just be supportive of everybody. I don't know.
Beautiful. Take care, Ahmad.
All right. Thank you, Gek. Bye.
Damn, I love talking to that guy. That was cool. Very interesting perspective, man. Very interesting perspective. I don't know if I have anything to say in these post-call thoughts that I didn't already say, but it's very cool to me that he's juggling all these things in his life with like no resentment at all, right? Like that is the crazy part to me. Because, I mean, I hate doing anything. I complain all the time about having to do anything. And specifically this, the other day, I drove an hour somewhere the other day, and I was, like, so pissed off, and, like, I was stuck in traffic. And I was, like, upset. I was like, I hate driving. I hate having to drive. Driving sucks. I fucking hate this car. I just was, like, pissed off and stewing. And then I'm talking to this guy who's, like, the total opposite. Like, in bliss. Like, oh, my God, it's such a privilege to be able to drive. And, like, that is an interesting perspective. I liked that guy's perspective on everything. And, even though he was... Again, I don't know if ashamed is the word. I don't want to put emotions in this guy's mouth, but he felt the type of way about talking to people about the fact that he sleeps in his mom's bed. But on the same coin, when I asked him about it, his personal feelings about it were that it's not weird, that he actually wanted to do it because he doesn't know how much time he'll have left with his mom. None of us know how much time we'll have left with the people that we care about in our lives. And so it was something that he was happy about and he felt good about, even if, other people might look at it a different way. So, I don't know. I thought that guy was awesome. I loved talking to him. And I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to go to Pakistan and talk to people. While I'm here, while people are listening, if you live, because this is something I want to do a lot more of in the future. If you live in like an interesting place, I've gotten DMs from a guy who actually I talked to a guy on the podcast who lived in Kuwait. If you live in, I don't know. I'm going to try to go to Vietnam. I'm going to try to go to Thailand. If you live in Alaska, if you live in like a place that's not the United States or Europe or Australia or Canada, because I've kind of covered those places, South America or Africa or anywhere in Asia, and you think it would be a cool place to go interview people, let me know. Send me a DM. I'm on the hunt for more cool experiences like that. So hit me up on Instagram at Lyle, the number 4 ever, and I'll try to check those DMs. But thank you, Ahmad. Appreciate it. And Geck bless you. Hey folks, it's Lyle. So a lot of you guys know that I did a big tour of live shows all around the world this year. I did over like 60 shows in 55 different cities across 12 different countries. It was a crazy, beautiful, amazing time, and I wanted to thank everyone who was able to come out to a show this year. It was beyond me to be able to describe how fucking cool the whole thing was. And I also wanted to talk about a special thing that I'm doing, which will be extra special if you weren't able to catch a show this year. So the very final show of this big tour is on November 10th in Los Angeles. And I am excited to announce that I'll be streaming it live around the world as a special virtual event. And people can get tickets for it at therapygecko.kiswe.com. That's therapygecko.kiswe.com. I'll also put that link in the episode description. So the show involves bringing up different folks from the audience to talk about life and stuff, just like we do on the podcast. And it also involves me telling a few stories from my own life as well. So if you didn't get the chance to come to a live show this year, this is a good opportunity to catch it. And if you have been to a show before, then this show that I'm live streaming will be different people and interviews than what you saw at the show that you went to. That would be weird if it was just the same people that I just brought in a van to every single show. But anyway, head to therapygecko.kiswe.com. That's therapygecko.kiswe.com, or find the link in the episode description to get your virtual tickets now. Also, if you want to come to a show in person in 2024, I am planning on doing another tour, and you can head right now to therapygeckotour.com to sign up for a notification that will let you know when I am in your city. And if you live in New York City specifically, or the surrounding area, New Jersey, Delaware, whatever, definitely sign up for that notification, because I'm probably going to be doing the smaller little events around there periodically. That's therapygeckotour.com to get a little notification thing. All right, that's it. Sorry. Thanks. And I hope to see you guys at some point, digitally, in person, or in hell. Whatever comes soonest.
This guy better pick up, or we're gonna have a serious problem.
He's not gonna pick up.
Yo, what's up, Lyle?
Oh shit, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's good, bro? How are you?
I'm doing good. What's your name?
My name is James.
James, it says here that you're a neuroscientist that studies cannabis.
Yeah. So I do have to preface this with I work in research, so there's some stuff I cannot talk about. However, yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. A lot of people talk about
I mean, from the tone of your voice, it sounds like you do a lot of first-hand research.
I am actually completely sober right now.
Yeah, that was a real. I said that like fucking Bill Maher or something. I feel embarrassed about the way
No,
I just
not at
talked
all.
to
I
you.
mean,
But
I know you've been smoking recently on your streams. You smoked tonight. I'm not watching.
no, I haven't, and I didn't smoke tonight, and I don't know where you. Hold on. Where did you get any of this information that you're saying right now?
Oh, you've been smoking on streams. You started talking about it. I just listened to the podcast like religiously.
When
So
did
I
I
don't
talk
really watch
about
the streams?
when did I talk about smoking on the stream?
There was someone that you said something about you were getting a little too therapist-y, and you are also kind of high. I forget who it was. It was one of your recent streams.
I did say that. I did say that, and I was kind of
Yeah,
high,
you
and you're
definitely
right,
did say
and I'm
that.
being defensive right now. And
It's all
I'm
good.
not high right now. Here's my thing: is I'll tell you this. I've been doing this stream since June of 2020. That's like it's over 3 years. Pretty crazy. And in those 3 years, the first 3 years, I maybe had been high on a live stream 1 or 2 times. And I fucking hated it. It was really bad. I felt perceived. I felt like I couldn't just like, because to just talk, to rant and talk and not be thinking so much about the words that are coming out of your mouth and how they're being perceived and whatnot. You can't be high, because being high makes you paranoid, or at least for me it does. And so I never did it.
Oh, no.
And then there was a time, I want to say a month or two ago, where I don't know, for whatever reason, I think maybe I was really stressed leading up to a stream, and I was like, let me give this a try. Maybe it'll mellow me out. And I had a nice stream. And so, but I also thought to myself, I'm like, I do not want to make this a habit, because that can only, I don't think that's a good habit to have. So now, this is what I sort of have been doing a little bit, is like, I'll stream for my normal 2 hours, and then maybe I'll take a little rip of a pen, and whatever comes after that is a total bonus. So let me get in a couple sober, and that's like maybe once a week. I stream 2 to 3 times a week, and maybe for one of those streams, after having done 2 hours, I'll take a little bit. But I don't want people to think I'm high all the time on my stream. That's why I didn't. That's why I made the mistake of bringing. Actually, I'm not gonna say it was a mistake. I don't take it back. I said that I was high to that guy, but I didn't want. I was gonna not say anything because I didn't want people to think I was high all the time. But I also don't like to lie. So I would just be honest.
Fair.
I'm high, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being high a lot. But that's why I wanted to talk to you. Is because that's wrong.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot that's wrong with being high all the time, and you would know the answer to those questions. So please, how long do I have left to live? That's what I'm really asking.
I mean, I listen to your podcast religiously. You could die in the next 5 seconds. I mean, we don't fucking know. But no. I'm high right now. I just hit my pin when I saw.
I asked you if you were high right now, and you said you were sober. You're lying.
While you were on that rant about how you don't get high, I got my pen out of my room and just smoked.
Nice. That's sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
but yeah, so neuroscience research. So I actually was at the Charlotte show, and I wanted to get on stage to talk, and it might not be exactly about this, but yeah. So doing research with cannabis, I actually started it out at my college in North Carolina. And we worked with HIV. And you don't normally put HIV and cannabis together, right? I mean, I don't know. I didn't at first. Would you?
What?
HIV and cannabis. Using cannabis to help HIV patients.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about injecting HIV into cannabis.
Not exactly. However, we did kind of inject mice with HIV. That shit was kind of fucked up, but
you got the mice high too, right?
Yeah, extremely high. That's what I do at work every day, and that's what I actually can't talk about because I'm under NDAs and shit.
It's a trade-off.
But yeah, no, I basically just inject mice with weed. That's my daily job. I listen to your podcast a lot. doing that. So you have been listened to while injecting mice with not HIV, with THC. So I hope that makes you feel great.
Do you inject them with HIV, or does somebody else do that, and then you come in and you're like the good uncle? You're like the cool uncle, and the other person is
complicated like topic, but it's actually through the food that they ingest. It changes gene like codes and stuff. But yeah, no, I'm the good uncle. I'm not the dick. I take care of them. I get them high as shit and make sure that they are.
So you feed them
for.
like an AIDS hamburger, and they get HIV?
Literally, yeah. It's basically like a pizza AIDS, like hamburger mashup type thing.
That's fucked up. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. But we don't actually do that ourselves in the lab. We get that like from the actual place where like the mice come from. But anyway, that's not anything that really matters. I work with animals.
No. That's supremely interesting. I have a couple more questions about it. So if I ate this AIDS burger that you give to these mice, would I get HIV?
So no, because of the genetic code. However, and this is actually one of the fucked up things my mentor asked me. But instead of doing that, you actually just come infertile. But it doesn't change your gene code to the point where you get HIV. But if you eat it, you just become sterile.
Wow.
Like,
permanently?
Yeah, so not the best. Yeah, I mean, I actually don't know that science. I'm not gonna act like I do. I'm gonna be like you and actually admit that I don't know something.
Isn't it kind of crazy that there's a whole, like, we're such apex predators that we've decided it's totally cool to just round up another animal and give it HIV?
Dude, it is so fucked. I mean, yeah, and for research purposes too. And then you just like give it something that's illegal in like a majority of the states, and then arrest people for that too. But that's neither here nor there. It's just fucked up. We're super weird if you actually think about it. But I don't like to think about it because then I start thinking about like everything else. I'm also high as shit now, so
you are
always gonna like overthink. Right, yeah.
So
yeah.
I wanted to talk about this because so I'm a daily pot smoker. Not every time I'm on the podcast. Now people are gonna think I'm high all the time. I'm not high all the time. I mean, I'm not high. I'm high all the time. I'm not high all the time when I am recording this podcast.
Definitely.
I've recorded 250 something episodes of this podcast. I've maybe been high for one of them. All right.
I've listened to every single one of them, but yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Anyway. But I get high every day, and I don't think about it anymore. So like, I don't think about, is this bad for me? Am I gonna, when I'm 40, am I gonna not know my dad's name anymore? Like, what is it actually? What is it doing? Am I fucked?
No, you're not fucked at all. I mean, I'm a daily user as well. Yeah, I'm a daily user. No, you're not gonna be fucked or anything. And I actually don't do human science, and the science that everybody does can't actually translate to humans. So I don't have a true answer for you, even though I do study it. But just from what I have seen, because I also looked at it, because I mean, I smoke a lot, and there's nothing that's going to negatively impact you unless you are getting to the point where you have CHS, where you're like throwing up when you smoke. And if you're not doing that, you don't have it. Some people have mentioned it throughout the podcast, but so CHS is really what will make you stop. And then if you ever have any type of psychosis or anything, obviously stop. But like, it's basically just like cracking your joints. Like, if you crack your joints and it starts to hurt, stop. You're going to get arthritis, but it's not actually going to cause it. So in reference, and I can't really tell you if you're going to be fine or not, because I don't fucking know that. I don't know you. I just listen to you on a phone, right? But like, for the majority of people, and I'll put you in that category, you'll be perfectly fine. It's legal for a reason. It shouldn't be illegal in some states. And so that type of thing makes people feel like you won't know your fucking dad's name when you're 50 years old. But like, you're going to be completely fine. There's people that have been doing it for way longer than you have. And I mean, you got to think about it. We're the most like sober generation that's ever been around. We could literally be smoking opium out of like fucking pipes. Like, we're perfectly fine hitting a little pin like every day. It's not that big of a deal. But like, anyway, you'll be fine. It's not a big deal.
You know what? I'm going to record every single podcast from this episode moving forward completely stoned. Because you said that just now.
I hope so. Yeah, that's great. I mean, your content's pretty good when you're fucked up.
I'm not
too.
actually going to do that. I'm just joking. I'm not going to do that at all.
Yeah, it's fine. That's not a big deal.
Well,
but yeah,
I don't. I'm going to be honest
great.
with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe you entirely because I don't. I have this little vape pen that's creme brulee flavored, and you can't just inhale creme brulee artificial flavoring into your lungs and get away scot-free. There's no way. There's no consequences to any of this.
Now, Lyle, you just asked me about THC. I studied THC. I study the actual effect of the cannabis. I don't study what is in your fucking creme brulee vape pen, and honestly, I don't know. That's why I stay away from certain things, because I see it in the lab and I know that it can be fucked up. But the actual thing that I was more so saying is the THC. Of course, you're caking that shit in your lungs because it's adding to your mucus layer. You're going to inhale it. That could be bad for you. But in terms of the THC, where I actually specialize, there's no problems there. I mean, if you start smoking 5 blunts a day, obviously you're going to start coughing more often because you're inhaling stuff, or the pen, you're going to have more of that. But for my more focus is the THC, and that's where you're going to be okay.
Okay. All right, I guess that makes sense. That's why people eat it instead of, turning it into creme brulee smoke.
Exactly. And eating it's a little different too, because it just changes how it develops in your just like entire system, in your cannabinoid system with the receptors in your body. And that's why there's more people that say it's stronger when you eat an edible. But it's because it just works in different ways. But there is something I did want to tell you, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right, so I was at your North Carolina Charlotte show, right?
Right. Yeah.
After you took down the prompts, and like all that shit, and I texted in after because I was scared. I was nervous to get up because I was high as fuck. I was nervous to talk to you, so I didn't send it in until you came out on stage, and I didn't realize that you wrote them down before the show and then came out to do them. Did you see any of the ones that were sent, or did you just completely just like trash the rest of them?
I probably saw your message at some point.
Okay, so I wanted to tell you. So I am a behavioral neuroscientist. Okay. I wanted to tell you about one time I conditioned myself to get horny when I smelled microwavable pot pie in middle school.
Like
I classically conditioned myself. Absolutely fucking not. It was on accident. I was a little fat ass kid that loved those little whatever pot pies, little green box, whatever. They were delicious. I was a little fat child. And every time that I would make those in the microwave, I would beat my dick smelling the pot pies. And then I realized that it was a problem when someone in my family made a pot pie at one point, and I smelled it and I was instantly horny, and I had a problem. And I somehow took that experience and became a behavioralist neuroscientist.
This is what inspired your entire career?
Yes, because I was literally classically conditioned. And I was classically conditioned to get hard when I smelled microwavable pot pie. And then I looked into it and I was like, holy shit, and now I'm a neuroscientist.
What kind of pot pie?
What the fuck is it? It's the green. Yeah, if you ate it when you were a kid, you wouldn't know either. The fucking green box pot pie. I don't know. Just chat know what the fuck it is. What would it be? I don't know. It's like a woman's name. It's green box pot pie. Fucking delicious. Probably probably the thing that kills me, not the THC.
And to this day, when you smell pot pie, do you still get hard?
No, because in classical conditioning, after a certain amount of time, either getting hard and not smelling the stimulus of pot pie, you have extinction period where you lose that learning ability. So you lose the stimulus, which in turn extincts the actual behavior itself. So I no longer get hard, and I tested it too because I was honestly curious, and I no longer do it, so I'm not fucked up anymore. I had to fix myself. I'm still a little fucked up, but
You really are a scientist.
exactly, yeah. And I thought it would be cool to talk to you about the things you do all the time and tell you you're probably gonna die in the next couple days, but who fucking knows?
How did you decondition yourself from getting horny from these pies?
By getting horny without the smell of pot pie, which is the stimulus. So when you take away the stimulus, which is the smell of pot pies, and repeatedly get horny for a X number of years, it slowly dwindles away. So when I stopped eating those pot pies and I said, hey, I'm actually going to go for a run, I'm a fat fuck, I was like, all right, and I got a little bit better. And this was like when I was in middle school, so I stopped doing all that shit, and I realized I probably need to eat a little healthier. Now I'm a fucking fat ass again, but whatever.
That's cool. What gets you horny
Yeah.
now?
Listening to your streams. Yeah, I'm just sitting there fucking edging. Yeah, no, I'm
Well-
actually kidding. My girlfriend gives me pretty all right, but
What's your name again?
my name is James.
James. James, it's good talking to you about most of this stuff. Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Yeah, I want to say I really like those lamps that you can fucking like change like the LEDs of with your phone. I just think that they're really fucking cool. Cause I just play with them like when I'm super high and just watch them change colors. So that's it.
Enjoy the rest of your life, man. But you don't even need me to tell you to do that.
Hey, you too, bro. Hey, keep smoking. Maybe you'll die soon. Maybe later. No one knows. Have a good life.
Take care, brother.
Hey, bye, Gag.
I think I want to go make myself a pie.